What's up, guys? So the update for BTD 6 8.0 is finally out, and it comes with a lot of new balance changes, a new map, a new hero skin, a lot of new stuff, but what I want to take a look at first is one change that is very visually important, and that is 3D MOABs. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of the flat 2D MOABs you've been seeing since the start of the game, they here now have 3 dimensions, so let me just send them all out right now on this map. Bad, ZOMG, BFB, MOAB, DT, so you all see what it looks like. And there we are. DT and MOAB passing happy along, and what do you guys think? Now, I personally kind of like these changes, but it's probably going to take a little bit of getting used to, considering I've been looking at the other art for them for the past 7 months. So yeah, there's a lot of different angles of them. It probably depends on the angle that you're looking at. Here in Cubism, it looks pretty good when they come from the entrance, on that nice downward angle. When looking upwards, it doesn't look quite as nice, but that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, how about we try some fortifieds now? Bad, MOAB, BFB, DDT. And we'll set out the ZMG later, but right now you can see DDT and MOAB looks pretty similar to the ones before. It's got the 2 nice bands around it. But if you look at the bad here, it looks so different. It almost does not even look like a bad. Like, he got its nose fortified. Not like around its middle area, like all the other Bloons do. Like, see the ZMG? See the BFB? No, the bad's a little bit different in that sense. Makes it look that much more fierce. So, of course, one more thing to test. We gotta test out damaging these guys. Because I'm sure their arts for when, like, they're in bandit phase is a lot different. So, we're just gonna drop some mobile eliminators around the map. Activate it whenever. And see how they look like. Using mobile eliminator, alright. We got a little bit of damage on the bad there. And you know what else we also could do? I did do a video like very recently about status effects on Bloons and to make them quote-unquote ugly. That's probably completely changed by now, hasn't it? Because, like, if we drop napalm, if we drop ice, if we drop sticky bombs, alchemist bombs on all these Bloons, they're gonna look so different. So could you believe the amount of art that had to be changed for this to happen? So that's one more thing I want to test, so let me just send out a couple more Bloons here. And we'll drop some napalm. And what else we got? Sticky Bomb? Yeah, Sticky Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alchemist 2. Unstable Concoction. And you see, look at the Sticky Bomb. It looks so different than before. Before, it just had like a flat little sticky on the top of the balloon. But now it's like on the side. Either way, we're gonna need to get an Impale 2. Let's get the Impale up real quick. Also, I am playing on BlueStacks, in case you're wondering. In case you notice that there's a bit of lag here. Fortunately, the update is not out on Steam yet, as much as I'd like to play it on there, but sadly, no. But as you can see on the Ice Impale, the Ice status effect is a little bit more visible, I suppose. Because before it was just a tiny little white blob. Not too shabby, I gotta say, and that bad is looking real ugly right there. This bad about to exit, this fortified one. Now, I did forget to bring Azili here, so that kind of sucks. So let me just bring in Azili real quick. Alright, so we're on a different map here just because I want to take a look at the different angles. Cubism doesn't have that flat angle that I'm looking for, so let's send out all the Bloons right now. And let's use Azili's Hex immediately. Okay, so the Hex isn't actually on the entire bad. Seems like even the concoction, the sticky bombs, they're on the surface, they don't ever hit the sides. Kind of interesting to see, but yeah. The blimps do look a little more weird when they're on a flat land here, from what I can see right now. So we'll send out some more Bloons here. And we'll actually sell the towers just so you can see them without any status effects on them. Send out another bad, send out another ZMG. It is definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I'm not quite liking this horizontal angle. So I guess you could say it's all about the angle. You know, just like Instagram girls, you got to get that good angle for it to look good. Like right now, it's going upwards. Not so pretty. When it's turning the curve though, it looks a lot better, especially when it's facing downwards, it looks like. That's a really nice snap you got of the bad there. And same with the ZMG, it's not really that great looking when it's on the horizontal path, but that's just me. Again, let me know what you guys think of these new 3D MOABs. How you liking them? Do you like it? Do you hate it? And let's jump into a real game here to find out what the rest of this update is. So off the bat, Churchill has a new skin. It's called Sentai Churchill skin. I almost had confused there for another word, but let's select it, and we'll jump over into the new map called Carts and Darts. Alright, so quick look. The Bloons enter from here, and do they make a curve here, I suppose? Yeah. Looks like they go under the tunnel, take a curve on the top, on the bottom, and then basically takes one lap on this 8 shape. So let me just start with the free dart monkey. And we'll try to see what level 20 Churchill's got. In fact, I'm going to farm as well. Gonna use one of my instas here. It's gonna take a while to get level 20 Churchill, so I just want to accelerate it here. Costs 1945. Oh, I also just noticed you can remove these tires for 500 bucks. So there you go, you get some more space. I don't know if you also remove the hay bales. Let me see if there's anything else you can remove in this map. Probably not, no. The tires and the crates, those can't be moved. But you certainly can move the middle here. But let me just get a Churchill first after this round, because I want to get him level 20 as soon as we can. And then once we get Churchill, we will start farming. So yeah, let's drop him right over here. Don't know exactly what kind of theme this guy is, but I think from the description, it's like, it was like Turbo, Hypergalactic, something, something, something like that. I don't quite remember, but it was a big mix of words. Let's just say Hypergalactic Churchill here. So no voice lines, I disabled them. Not that you want to hear them anyways. Churchill's lines are kind of boring. Now, let's start removing these guys. Let me just see what happens. Do the hay bales get removed? Yes, they do. Okay. So pretty good value for 500 bucks. You get a nice circle. Like, if you get a tank shooter here, get it to an Inferno ring, which did get buffed this update, it got a huge buff. In fact, its main ability got changed a decent amount, but I'm not going to try that right now. Although it would definitely be perfect on this map, you know? I mean, that's kind of all you can ask for when you get this kind of map, especially if you get like a snowstorm, like a 052. I think their range got buffed in the previous update, so now they probably can reach this entire radius with just like a village or something like that. But anyways, we'll keep farming. Alright, so while we're waiting for Churchill's levels to kick in, I want to take a look at the balance changes real quick, because there are a lot of them. First with the nerfs, or the bug fixes. Looks like the Comanche got fixed, and so did the Wall of Fire. The Wall of Fire got a nice price cut to compensate for the nerf. I think it went from 1300 to 900, but I think their overall pierce has like halved. Either way, Wall of Fire is now no longer bugged or super OP, I believe. But the big one is the 205 Comanche, because that one, we knew eventually was going to get nerfed, and that's why I told you guys, get Chimps maps done before this thing gets nerfed, because now it's nerfed and you gotta probably find a new strategy for it. Although the Comanche's still pretty good, like the main Comanche did not get touched, I don't think. The thing that did get touched though is the Alchemist plus Comanche combo, which was bugged. Now the mini Comanches use up all the Alchemist attacks. So I'm pretty sure Permabrew plus Comanche is still really stupidly strong. Granted, you probably can't afford it in like an actual game. Only until like late free play. But yeah, now that the mini Comanches do eat up the 50 attacks from the 400 Alchemist, it probably uses them all out real quick. So it probably got nerfed just like the Sun Avatar plus Alchemist combo, as in like the uptime is probably 10-15%. And it probably still is viable to use, it's just not stupidly OP that you gotta use it in every single Chimps map to beat a map. I still think there's used to it, it's just, yeah, no longer an auto win from round 80 to 100. But on the bright side, there are a ton of buffs. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton. So one notable one I mentioned earlier was the Inferno Ring. It now has an extra attack where it launches a giant meteor. Yes, not just the main fire ring attack, it has a new secondary attack. So yeah, no Inferno Ring right now, but you'll see it eventually. And for the bomb shooter, there's only one change, but it's really important. This is one thing I had a huge issue with when I was doing one bomb shooter only. In case you forget what happened there, or you never watched a video of it, then basically what happened was, I was using a 400 bomb tower solo, aka the Bloon Impact. And the big issue was that when you get a 420 Bloon Impact, it shoots so fast that the stun actually does not overlap. So like, if you're trying to stun a balloon that's already stunned, the timer doesn't reset, it just waits till the end. So you could get really unlucky where if you have your bomb shooter shooting at a certain speed, it's only going to be able to stun the balloons half the time. But now this update fixes it, so you know what? We might have to try that one bomb shooter only again, because that makes a huge difference when we're talking about how much damage the Bloon Impact can do. And I'm assuming this probably applies to the Balloon Crush too, so in that case, the Balloon Crush got an indirect buff. Alright, and another tower that got a mix of nerfs and buffs is the Monkey Ace. So mostly bottom path, pretty much all bottom path actually, if I'm looking at the patch notes right now. So let me drop an Ace real quick, put it on Infinite, probably the best spot for this. And okay, patch notes. XX3 never missed targeting projectile, lifespan plus 50%, and projectile speed 50%. And it also has increased homing tightness to accommodate new speed, so what does that mean exactly? I don't know. Probably means that the never miss actually never misses this time, for real. Because before this upgrade was a lie, the never miss starts would always miss, so let me just see what happens when we buy this guy. 103, let's go. And how's it looking like right now? Well, it's kind of hard to see because, of course, Churchill's eating up all the balloons at the exit, so we can't really see for certain here, but it does kind of seem like the darts are like more homing, I suppose. So hard to say here, but nonetheless, it's buffs all across the board for this guy, so you can't really complain. But yeah, most importantly for the Monkey Ace though, there is a huge nerf, or I guess I wouldn't say a complete nerf. It was a mix of a buff and a nerf, but basically, the Spectre, look at the price of it, $25,900. It only cost $19,400 on hard before, but they nerfed the price. It went from 18 to 24k, but that's not all. In case you're wondering, wait a minute, why did they up the price on a tower that wasn't OP by 6k? Well, they did that because they also gave it a lot of buffs. The dart damage doubled, and the bomb damage went up from 2 to 3. So is that worth the price hike? I'm not sure. I guess I'll try that later on, but for now, we're just gonna keep farming here. But yeah, back to the Spectre. The Flying Fortress also got another change. The dart damage doubled, and the bomb damage went from 3 to 5. So there we go, even more buffs to the Flying Fortress. As for whether it's worth it, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, it's still $120,000, which you probably can't afford, and you'd rather get a Sun Temple instead of that, but who knows. Alright, so as for other buffs in this update, looks like we got a Heli Pilot. The Apache Dart Ship price did get increased just like the Spectre, but only by 3,000. And in return, it got +1 damage from 1 to 2, so basically double damage. And increased fire rate, okay. So I'm kind of curious to see how this guy will do. So you know what, instead of getting a Spectre right now, which we can't afford with this $30,000, I think I'm going to opt for an Apache instead. So let me get that real quick. A 402 or 420, just for camo. Kind of lazy to get a village for this one, so I'll just go leave it here. So yeah, the Apache Prime also got another buff. Yet another one. More machine gun damage and more rocket damage, so yeah, buffs across the board for this guy. So can't really complain here. Looks like the Apache is now the new Spectre in terms of pricing. So rip all deflation Spectre strategies. Maybe you might look into Apache now that I got a pretty nice buff. And I assume it's probably affordable in easy mode. But yeah, let's start upgrading Churchill now, shall we? Let's get level 9 real quick. Let's get level 10. Actually, nope, we can't get level 10. 22,000 bucks, Jesus Christ. I think Churchill also got a buff in this update too, in terms of his XP. So what we're looking at right now is actually a cheaper level 10 than what would have been before the update, as crazy as it sounds. And I don't think we've seen what the first ability does, so let me just use it real quick. As you see, the animation for the fire thing doesn't really change very much, does it? No, not really. Just kind of like Gwen's fire, you know, for like the Gwendolyn Scientist skin. You would think that she would shoot out blue fire or blue flames, but no, it's just the normal visual effects from the main Gwendolyn. And I assume it's the same effects from the main Churchill too. So let me use the mob barrage, even though there's only one mob on the screen. I just want to see what happens. And okay, this one's a little different. You see a barrage of blue missiles or whatever it is. So I was actually wrong. They did change it unlike Gwendolyn. Never mind. But yeah, how much longer till level 20 Churchill? I don't know. We'll just keep buying his levels. Level 11 real quick. Level 12. 23k. It's a lot of money to spend. So let me use the mob barrage here. There's a lot more mobs here. And yeah, we got some nice little light blue pellets dropping from the skies. And I think that's really all you gotta see for the new skin here. As to whether you should buy it, probably yes, assuming you have no monkey money to spend on anything else. Aside from races, but I'm sure you can spare the 2 to 3k on a nice little spicing up on your hero. It's kind of funny how Churchill got a skin first before Striker or Oben, considering those two were in the initial release, but no. Looks like Churchill's paid off the devs, because I was almost certain that Striker would be the next step to get a skin, considering it went Quincy, Gwendolyn, and it should have went Striker, then Oben. Speaking of Oben got a huge buff, so you'll definitely see footage of that probably in the future. But yeah, for now we're just gonna focus on getting Churchill to level 20 as soon as we can. Literally costs like 30,000 bucks to level up each level. So hopefully you can get that before round 80 here. Alright, and let's take a quick look at other buffs here. So we got the Mortar Monkey, big one and biggest one, and Bloons Generation all got a huge buff. All the Mortar prices got a price reduction, and the Bloons Generation actually got a new little ability, just like the Tack Shooter, the Inferno Ring. Although obviously it isn't as big as an effect versus like the Inferno Ring, because you're just getting a wall fire that's worth like 1,000 bucks when you're buying a 50k upgrade. So it's really just a little cherry on top. And quickly, Spike Factory, Monkey Village. Spike Factory got buffs all across the board, mainly to damage on like the higher tier upgrades. 3xx, 4xx, Mob Shredder, Carpet Spikes. Hell, even Permaspike. I'm surprised the Permaspike got a little buff. But this is to the top path Permaspike, 105 versus 025. The Pierce now goes from plus 10 to 20. I'm not sure if that makes a difference. I'm pretty sure the 025 is still more efficient, but Not really sure what to think about this change. But as for that village, the primary expertise actually might be a legitimate use in actual games now. Because so far it's really only been used as a meme. Like if you want to do a village / one tower only challenge, you would add an extra expertise on top, just cause. But no, it actually might have a use now. Because the pierce got doubled, and the damage is now 200 to mobs and ceramics. So that basically means it's gonna one-shot fortified cerams late game. Oh yeah, and one more buff I forgot. Glue Gunner. So guys, Glue Storm is no longer a meme. It actually probably has good use now, because now, when the balloons are glued, all towers do +1 damage to it. Might be a viable use for this guy, who knows. It's definitely a lot more appealing than having no effect at all. Also, the Bloons Tower got buffed, and the Super Glue got kinda buffed and nerfed. It got a nice price cut, but it also does not slow balloons 100% anymore. It's kinda like an Ice and Peel 2.0, where the slow is not permanent, it's like 90%, and it actually does damage to mobs on impact now. Instead of 0, it's now 50, so that's pretty much exactly what the Ice and Peel is. And yeah, I guess we got another alternative now if you don't want to use ice. Anyways, Churchill is level 18. We could probably sell some of these farms to get level 20 real quick, and I will do that right now. Level 19, 27k for level 20. And yeah, let me just sell off all the farms here because we don't need it. Level 20, alright, just in time for the last round. Perfect timing, and let me just see how it does versus the bad. We got 1 Apache, 1 003 Never Miss, and 1 level 20 Churchill. And also 1 horizontal ZMG, which looks really awkward. Really bad angle, I gotta say. But I'm sure we'll get used to it eventually. And let me just finish off the rest of this round by using both abilities on Churchill. Nothing really much to see with the new skin there, other than its new goggles. I almost thought the teaser was Benjamin for a second. But no, Ninja QE bamboozled us. And we'll just finish off the rest of these cerams here with Churchill number 1. And GG. That's the new map on hard mode, and that's the end of this video. So thanks for watching, guys. That's a quick rundown of the 8.0 update. More content on this update is on the way, so make sure to sub. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on this update down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.